Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer and Twitch musician and music teacher living in Seattle. This video is special. This goes out to Patreon member Eduardo Jimenez. They are tier 4. They get to request any song they want on the channel, and they have chosen Eve's Raison d'être. I'm excited for this. Let's go. All right, cool. So this intro is pretty sweet. We got, I'd say, melody guitar on the left side playing the lick, and then like harmony guitar. Same lick, same rhythms, just filling out the chord differently. Sounds really good. The guitar playing is really nice. I like the intro bass list. That was awesome. And I feel like the second time, hi-hat gets more involved, and we get the cool little synth. I thought it was a flute at first, but it definitely feels like a synth to me. Let's go back 5 and keep going here, because that sounds like it's going to develop into something else. Oh yeah, that was sick. Okay, in the very beginning, we just had 4 on the floor on the kick, on the bass drum, and that was all. And then the drums came in that second time, the third and fourth times with the phrase, and way more percussion involved. That was a lot of fun. Okay, back 5. Let's see what the voice sounds like here. This first verse here, the clean guitar chords are a little ascending. Sounds like half diminished chord progression and some other cool stuff going on. I'd have to sit down and figure that out. It's really nice to listen to though. So chord construction, beautiful. And I love how we just tore everything away to just have the accordion instrument layer and voice. And Eve's voice is just, I mean, just so much could be said. Like it's pretty unique in my opinion. All right, back 5. Let's keep going here. Oh my gosh. Okay. The rhythmic delivery of the end of that into this chorus was nuts. I got to go back. There's too much going on. You just can't hear it in the first pass. It's impossible. I think go back 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Really control the use, because if we're thinking our quarter notes right here, these really feel like quarter note triplets. It's just clever because they're all equally spaced over that, and you're for the most part fitting 3 into the place of 2 quarter notes. But it's just the way he's doing it. The control is real nice. I'm gonna get it one more time. I'm sorry to keep stopping so much. We're only 42 seconds in, but good music is good music. We gotta talk about it. Okay, sorry to stop for the chorus again, but the harmonies, the underneath layers, the layers underneath his voice, they were really good too. I didn't even notice them the first time. We're sitting there talking about rhythms, and I was like, oh, wait a second. There's like a little subtle harmony underneath that. So I imagine a lot of like really cool vocalists probably have a lot of great things to say about that. That's not something I can identify that well because it's a foreign voice is so complicated and foreign to me. But this is a really great song so far. Back 5, keep going. That little bend right there. A lot of stuff just happened. We obviously have to go back. That's should be apparent at this point. Okay, so I feel like the guitar, like the funkiness, like the way the strumming patterns are happening, we're kind of doing some fusion here, between some funk. We got some like J-pop, Ballad is not the right word at all, but I'm just using that in substitution of something else that could be there because it's still aggressive enough not to be a ballad, but there's a lot of tenderness there that kind of is suggestive of that at times. And obviously the bass player is pretty much just outlining chord structures between like root and five, like first note, fifth note of the chord structure. But I feel like we hit this little halftime. It was like only for like 4 bars. We hit like a halftime groove that brought us into the chorus. I was kind of confused. I thought the whole chorus might be in halftime, but it definitely wasn't. So I went back to the 50-second mark here to grab this again. Only 4 bars. So we're loaded. The voice structure there is loaded with harmonies and super busy, but out of the way guitar parts that for me, I think this is my 4th Eve song. So I want to say the signature sound that's hitting me right now is super cool artistic views of creating verses. But when we drop in the chorus, we have an explosive, recognizable way that Eve drops in the chorus that for me, with my not very good vocal knowledge, I would say is a recognizable stack of notes in a harmony and pretty poppy guitar parts that are remnants of disco a little bit with a mix of J-pop and just also a little bit of funky stuff going on the drums. Sorry, that's kind of long-winded, but that's just where I'm going with this. Let's keep going. Of course, we come back to where we were before. Also, the chord structure of the chorus was really clever too. I mean, we're not just talking. These are not songs that are involving like, you know, it's not a 3-chord 2 and then you migrate to, you know, the chorus with like 2 chords. That's not the structure of this. There's a lot more going on. So I don't know if Eve writes everything, if there's a team, how big the team is, but it doesn't matter. The end product is really nice to listen to. All right, back 5. Let's hit it. Pretty involved use of rhythm and everything that's been going on. Remember that first verse? We had quarter note triplets. Here we had a bunch of 8th note triplets. So we've taken one variation of the 3 and sped it up quite a bit. It's still mathematically perfect. Quarter note, sorry. So I'll continue. Okay. We get confusing sometimes. Quarter note triplets, you can fit 3 in the place of 2 quarter notes. If you're not familiar with what quarter notes are, that's basically the tempo of the song. We're moving, here's the 1/4 every bar. Okay. These are quarter notes. 8th note triplets, 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, or 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. There's just moments where we took those longer rhythms and now we've kind of cut them in half and made them much smaller. So all mathematically still perfect, but clever, right? We're not just singing basic rhythms. I feel like there's a lot going on here. I went back 10 seconds. That's So we're talking about rhythms, right? So if quarter notes right here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and these are 8th notes. So I probably was geeking out on triplets a little bit too much. I think the basic summary here is that Eve uses a variety of rhythms very, very successfully and delivers the message. Now, I'm not reading down below. I'm not reading the lyrics. I'm not a lyrics guy. Like that doesn't, I understand there's a huge artistry in like writing a song and what you can convey there. I'm more about what you can convey without words, like with the sounds of multiple instruments, what you're doing. So obviously that's why I focus so much on the rhythms and speed of deliveries versus what's actually being the story that's being told. Some people are into that and some people are not. There's no right or wrong. That's just my style. So summary is really, really good rhythm usage. you got to give the bass player some love that time around. We were like earlier, I felt like we were just the bass player was just outlining chords pretty kind of basically, but not in a bad way, just saying what the structure was. But now they're digging in way more. We're getting more complicated bass lines, and the tone is super legato. I mean, it's nice. Sorry, that's not tone. The style is legato. I mean, they're long and smooth. Very the chord changes were just like the contour is like connected versus short and staccato. It's definitely not that. So it's very easy on the ears. It's like taking taffy and just stretching it. It doesn't break. We can just elongate things and connect stuff. It's pretty nice. All right, back five. Going to support the multiple rhythm comment one more time, because at the beginning of that we had those are all just 16th notes, right? 1 e and a 2 e and a da 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 da. So everything, the variety is the spice of life. We always say it. It's really represented in the songs. It's great. All right, back five. Let's keep going. God, dude, the variation is so important in your songs, man. You keep your listeners active. We had that little bill, boo goo goo gut, and then bump bump bump. There was this like a 2-bar extension on the end of it that we had not had previously at all. So that kind of stuff, it makes you're like, oh, I know it's coming, but no, you don't know it's coming because we have these little additions. It's just, I need that part again. I'm gonna go back 5, 10, 15 because there was so much variation there. Wow. Kudos to everybody involved in this song. Obviously, we gave a lot of credit to, you know, the voice this time. We talked more about that than we usually do, but the rhythm section just sounds so good. I got to say, for how busy those guitar lines are, the mix is worked out really well. So, I'm unaware if that's 2 players that have played their session work in the studio, if it's 1 player that plays the first line and they go back and they play their harmony line the second time. Who knows what the situation is, but the design of that and the engineering and everyone who's like, you know, aware of what's going on, that's really good, because that takes a lot of talent. It takes a lot of like foresight and knowing how to do stuff and make it great. So I would say this is probably, well, I've only heard 4, maybe 5. This is probably my favorite so far. So that was nice. Eduardo, great pick. My name is Drumroll Tony. Make sure to catch me when I'm live on Twitch. We're going to talk about Eve or other musicians that you like. You can find the link to my Twitch channel in the video description below, as well as the Discord server. Do you want to be a Patreon member so you can pick songs to go on the channel also? That would be awesome. The Patreon information is down there. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. All right. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye-bye.